I'm Megan.
I'm Ciera.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're from TC2. We have such a fun video today. Because you guys are involved.
We're critiquing your guys' skills. So we had you guys DM us videos of you doing your skills, and we're gonna look at some of them and try and help you guys out.
We would love to do more of these if this video works really well and if you guys like it.
Yeah.
So if you do enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up because we got so many requests. And it's really fun to do the fan interaction videos for stuff like that. So we're going to be giving you guys critiques verbally, as well as if we feel like it's good to show you something, then we'll do that too.
Also keep in mind, we're like critiquing you to help you. Like, this isn't to be mean. Like,
yeah, we're kind of trying to take on like a coaching role for this kind of video.
Exactly.
So just keep that in mind. And if you sent in videos, then obviously I think you know that. So let's get started. So before we get started, we want to thank everyone who sent in their videos to be critiqued. We got over 100. I don't even know, just it's like 99 plus DM requests, and that's like the max it says. So clearly a lot of you want some critique, which is great because if you need help, you should always ask for it. So we're going to be showing people's videos right here, and then once we watch them, we will give our critiques. Alright, so the first video that we have to critique is from Willow_Florence_, and she's trying to learn her standing back tuck, and she sent a video, and we're gonna watch it and then give her some tips. Okay, I'd say right now, obviously we'll probably like watch this a couple times through to give our full critiques. I'd say you're kind of stopping your set a little bit short. I will say you're starting in a good spot because you're not scaring me or freaking me out like in your attempt to do a standing back tuck, which sometimes when you go for back handspring to back tuck, that can be a scary transition as a coach to make sure that you're like not going to get hurt. So you're already like being safe, getting around, which is great. I also think that, which is kind of, this is going to be hard to do, but once you start getting up higher by using a higher set, you're going to be up higher, you have more time to get around, and then you need to start pulling your chest up without getting ready to like save yourself to the ground, which is your first instinct when you're learning a back tuck.
I feel like you don't stay in a ball
That's what I was
as long as you should.
I think just like right here, she needs her knees tucked in more to land closer.
Needs to stay tucked.
Alright, I think that overall, you're in a great spot. Just stay tucked a little bit longer. At the end, you're kind of opening up, and that's why you're kind of going onto your knees / your hands. So kind of pull your hips under a little bit more at the end to really finish it off. And we can probably show a back tuck to kind of help illustrate that. Again, just when you're getting ready to land, keep those knees tucked in a little tighter so you can bring your feet closer to where you initially started, and then I think that's going to make it so that you're not landing so low and ready to catch the ground. Alright, so this next one is from PJ_Gymnast, and she showed us a video of her doing a back handspring full on trampoline, but we'll show that for you guys on the side. So, clearly she's small, so she has room to do it on a trampoline.
A baby.
Don't.
Oh my gosh.
Already doing so well.
She is skilled for a child.
I'd say she definitely does have the power. I'll talk to PJ. You do have the power to do the full. I just think right now you're speeding it up a little too much. I think you need to, right after that handspring, focus on going up first before twisting. It looks like you're twisting kind of right out of the back handspring. I think that also when you're twisting that fast out of the back handspring, it's going to make you more prone to being sloppier, which again I think just makes it like you get lost in the air a little bit. I had issues doing that with my full, like my fulls are kind of on and off, and I noticed that as soon as you like are getting lost in the air, it's hard to try and come back from that. So really focus on going up first. Make your twist like one thing, like one movement in and of itself, to try to stay as tight as possible, and that should hopefully make it easier. And then you need to make your layout kind of form faster so that you can get your feet under at the end. Right now your feet are kind of out when you need them right underneath you so you can land. Anything bad?
I don't know, her feet come apart. That's all I can see.
Yeah.
I've never had my full, so.
But overall, very nice work.
Overall, what a skilled child.
So I just wanted to show what it would look like to set first and then pull at the peak of your set. Granted, on a trampoline where I am only doing this skill standing, it's a little harder to see. So that's why after this I included an older clip of me doing my full out of a round off back handspring. So once I complete the back handspring, you'll see that my arms are setting as high as I can, and at the peak of that set is when I begin to pull my full.
Alright, so the next person that sent us a video is Ashley.ALSUP. She sent us a video of her doing a round off tuck, so we will watch that.
So honestly, she can do it, so that's good. I think she just wants some critique. We all quickly noticed, and maybe you guys are noticing too if you're watching this, that you are not setting at all. As soon as you're done with your run off, you're kind of just going for under your legs, and it's impressive that you're making it around, but imagine how much higher you could go if you use your arms to really pull yourself up and then pull into the tuck.
Yeah, like you're pretty high if you're not setting.
I would just also, since you're used to doing that, you might be like a little freaked out with the extra power you'll get, so just like slowly increase your set. I don't want you to like all of a sudden just like pull like a double, but if you did, that'd be really cool.
Oh, she's on a tumble track.
Yeah. Oh, so then maybe if you did your set, that'd be easier. I don't know if you have it on the regular ground, but if you used your set more, use your arms.
Also, having a set's going to be really important for progression into future skills, because sure, you can get around doing just the tuck, but it's going to be harder if you're trying to do a layout. Like imagine doing a layout without a set, or working your way towards a full. You're going to be setting and then having to pull your arms, so making sure you kind of get the set involved in your tumbling right now would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Alright, so this next person didn't say if they wanted their username included or not, so we're just not going to include it. I will say her first name though, because then she'll know we're talking about her. I guess she'll see it in the video, but CORRIE, this one's for you. She wants help with her jump
Straddle
sequence.
jump, toe touch, hurdler, I guess if we're doing to your terms.
So, we will watch.
Alright, so I'm guessing we all have like one major thing we're noticing first. That's going to be the biggest thing.
I mean, it's arms.
Yeah, I guess more generally I was thinking of like just like the flow through the jumps. That's going to be the biggest thing. So Maggie, since you've had the most cheer experience, what do you think is more typical when you're connecting a toe touch to a hurdler?
Okay, so when you like go, you have the first one, right? And then you swing through, you don't redo this. Well, at least I don't know if that's how you taught, but it's way easier to go here and then turn and just swing your arms through and then do a hurdler.
Yeah, right now it seems like you're doing two separate jumps, and you really want to like work on using your arms in between to help you connect into getting the power for the next jump.
And then once you progress through like any other jump sequence and like whatever jumps you're going to be using, you're still going to use that same kind of like circling, continuing to use your arm motion, and that should make it look more connected.
Also, like when you land, make sure your feet are together, because it'll be easier to take off for your next jump.
And then the last thing I have to add is that your hurdler, your front leg looks like it's pointing down. Make sure you try and get it pointing up. But with those changes, should be pretty good. Alright, this next one is for Ciera. She didn't want her username to be shown, but she wants help with her back handspring, so we're going to show that on the side. Alright, so she does have the back handspring, and I can tell it's really strong, so that's good. I'm not worried about you getting hurt at all. I'd say the biggest thing right now is obviously your legs bending.
It looks exactly like my back handspring.
And then other than that, just keeping your chest up at the end. I think you need to block a little more.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if you're doing gymnastics or cheer, or if you're like self-taught. So maybe Maggie, like if this is different for cheer, but in gymnastics we're always taught when you're popping out of your back handspring, you want to be bringing your arms up right here so you can rebound. Ew. So you can rebound as high as possible, and then I just noticed you're keeping your arms down, so I don't know if in cheer you like are going to go straight to a clean or not. And then also for your feet, I would try and like land your feet a little bit closer, just because I think that's going to help you be able to rebound higher out of your back handspring as well. But those were the main things I noticed.
If it was for cheer, how would you be finishing your back handspring?
Well, I don't know, because if it's like a routine, you don't like rebound, but if you do rebound, your arms are by your ears.
Yeah.
So just kind of for whatever that may be for, either rebound or not, but it also couldn't hurt to practice with rebounds.
Yeah.
So
like that's how we practice at cheers, we would rebound, but then in our routines, like stick and then stand.
Yeah. But pretty good job. Alright, so we are on to our last person that we're going to be critiquing.
But again, if you want more of these videos, then let us know and we can do multiple of these videos.
I just feel so bad because so many people have like sent DMs to us being like, please help me with this. So if you guys wanted to make this a series, you can make it possible by thumbsing up this video. So this person is yellow_Lauren23, and she wants help with her front aerial or aerial walkover, whatever you call it. So we will go ahead and watch her video. So I'd say, obviously, if you're putting your hands down, that's like the biggest thing. I would be curious to know like how long you have waited before putting your hands down, kind of like what your max wait time is, because I feel like right now you're putting your hands down out of fear rather than necessity. And so pushing yourself longer and longer before putting your hands down would be one way to start.
Or I also feel, and this is kind of hard because you're doing it in a house, but if you kind of like have more purpose, I guess, with your hurdle, just because like, we only see like the very beginning of it, but it already looks like your arms are maybe a little bent in like the beginning, or you're not hurdling up like with your chest as high as it could be, and those are all things that you can do to give yourself more power to again be able to push yourself off the ground higher and not feel like you have to reach for the ground right away. So those are just some things I noticed off the beginning and what I can see.
I don't know how to do it, so.
Alright, another thing that we noticed after watching is that even though you put your hands down, so I know like you might not be like fully committing anymore since you didn't do it, but you're starting to kind of lift your chin up at the end of the skill, and for every like, you know, aerial walkover, front walkover kind of skill, you want to kind of lead your chin back.
That's honestly one of the
most
most important things that you can do in my opinion, is making sure you're keeping your head back, because this is not a skill where you're trying to look ahead and see where you're landing. That's going to hurt you actually. You definitely don't want to bring your chin forward, because then you automatically stop arching your back, and then how's your foot supposed to get to the ground? So even if you're practicing these and you put your hands down, work on keeping your chin back anyways.
And that pretty much covers it, so keep practicing.
Alright, so for the aerial walkover tips, I'm going to be demonstrating what I'm saying with like the whole keeping your head back thing and the hurdle with a step out, just because I don't even know if I can still do my aerial walkover anymore, so just FYI.
We also want to thank everybody for sending your videos in. Sorry we couldn't do everybody's.
Yeah, that would be a very long video.
Thank you for everyone who did send them in, and also make sure you guys are leaving nice comments, because they are brave enough to be put on the channel, and they all did great. And
if you guys have any constructive tips for them, like don't be mean, but if you have any tips that we didn't mention that you think will help them, let them know.
This week's shout out goes to the person on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting our channel and being involved in our videos. If you want a chance to be a shout out in next week's video, comment down below a skill that you're working on.
Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. Our social media handles are linked above, as well as subscribe to this channel, because how else will you know when we post videos?
Exactly. We post every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're not really a subscription kind of person and you just want to check our channel, you can do that too.
But also, if you do hit subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so you can be notified right away when we post a brand new video.
we will see you next week.
Bye.